Hi Adventure Ed students, Mrs. Murphy coming at you. Because we got some quizzes coming up, I want to go ahead and do some equipment reviews. I know that you all have your books that you can get online, but I actually want to physically show you the stuff and talk about it as we go. So, first thing here, just a couple things. A reminder is that this is our climbing rope, and it is called a Kern Mantle rope. That's K-E-R-N, Kern Mantle. And it's called that for a variety of reasons, but some of the benefits, we actually use a dynamic rope. It's got a little bit of give, and that is so that if you take a fall as a climber of a foot or 3 feet, the rope absorbs the fall as opposed to your spine absorbing the fall. So a Kern Mantle rope, and you know that at the end of the day, we put them all together by backpacking, butterfly coiling, and then of course you could put the rope on your back as a backpack. So that's our rope. Next, a reminder about our helmets. Helmets are worn by the climber and the belayer at all times. And of course, as we all know, they should be clipped on. So when you're wearing your helmet, you adjust the dial, you put it on so it protects your whole noggin, and then we go ahead and we clip it. Once we've done that, of course, we do need to tighten it so it stays on while we are climbing. Also, when we're belaying and looking up, it should not move position. It should not fall off my head. Okay, so that is our helmet. Next, I want to talk about the rappel gear. You should have been able to, maybe you or your partners tried rappelling before we left. And this is a D carabiner. Notice it does not lock. It's always open. There's no gate to close it permanently. It just shuts. This is just to put on the side of your harness where we'll put the ATC and then the 8, and that's another way to rappel. So again, today I'm just going to show you some of the equipment. In another video, we're actually going to remind you how to use the equipment. So this is just rappel gear, and it would always go on the side of the climber or rappeller's harness so they have what they need. The climbing gear should be 2 auto-locking carabiners. And you guys remember, we have the green dot ones where you have to push the dot, rotate it, and then you can open it. So that would be one kind. So we have 2 auto-locking, and then we also have the ATC device. The other kind were the orange ones, where we have to go ahead and turn it and twist it, then we can open it, and then we can get it off or put it on our harness. So again, these are auto-locking carabiners. Even though they auto-lock, you should always show that they actually are locked. They could get caught in a glitch, and so you must always check on your own. Again, at the bottom, we've been calling these ATCs lately. You might see tuber, pyramid. Those are brands or descriptions of the size or shape of them. But the ATC belay device, okay? Next 2 items we have here are the mechanical ascenders. And again, I'm gonna do some demos later on how to hook yourself in. But this is the webbing that you would hook in with. Again, we have the plastic piece on the back. You would open the plastic piece, then open the gate, and now it could be put onto the rope. Once the rope is through this little slot, we will then release the gate. Okay. This is the longer one. On the long one, it should go from your shoulder to the ground. If it does not do that, you can adjust the length of it. This one randomly happens to be perfectly for my height. I guess because I'm pretty average height. So again, open the gate, open, okay, or close it back up. So these are the mechanical ascenders. We also use the Prusik ropes, and these ropes form Prusik knots onto the rope that you're climbing, and that is why they are called Prusik. That's why we call the skill Prusiking, because of Prusik knots. Last, we have our harness, and I'm going to go ahead and put one on as a reminder. We are using lower body harnesses. They are pre-sewn lower body harnesses. When you take them on and off at the end of the day, it's best to loosen everything. That helps out the next person putting it on. When you are putting the harness on, it must be up over your belly button. So some of you guys are wearing it where you wear your pants. It's got to be higher. So we take it. Don't worry about the legs yet. I'm not going to tighten them yet. I'm first going to get this at my belly button. Once it's at my belly button, then I would go ahead and tighten the waist. So I'll feed it through. I can pull. All right, Then the next thing is I can make the legs tight to whatever degree I would like to hold them in place as well. But the most important part, again, is that the harness is at your belly button, okay? And again, that's a lower body pre-sewn harness that we use. One last piece of equipment that we would have used this semester, or I don't know, maybe we will still get to in the next month, we'll see, is for the Adventure 2 students, and that is the Y-tails. On the Y-tails, they also have auto lockers, but they are double. So you have to push the back and then the front. So you have to double push in order to open it. Because there are two of them, we use them like bear claws. One faces one direction, one faces the other. So if I can get these both open for you, which with one hand and a left hand is kind of hard, they would actually not be clipped the same way. They would go opposites, okay? And then again, it was the girth hitch was the knot we tied it in with. Goes through your waist, and then you pull everything back through. And I'll show you that when we set that up another time too. So that's all I'm going to show you in terms of equipment.